Grand opening. Mm-hmm. How are you? Did you drink some water? Okay. Well, we want to thank the Olorun for all the blessings that he's done. We want to thank the Olorun as spirit for coming through. We want to thank the Olorun for choosing us to be his heir. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. You better clock that T. Yeah. We want to thank the Olorun. We want to thank all the ancestors, good and those of the light and those of the dark, due to the fact that all of them came together and fight. So I want to thank the ancestors. I want to thank the spirit for the spirit of discernment, even after I've been through so much. I thank him. Yeah. So what I got was, this one's for you. Payback. Revenge. Yeah. But I'm also hearing, I'm on a high. I'm about to play it. Highway to Hell. It's going to be in my ears. Yeah, somebody on the highway to hell. Yeah. So we want to thank the Olorun for protection, guidance, understanding, all the ancestors, the Ascended Masters, the whole Pleiadian Council, the whole Galactic Federation. We want to thank the whole universe, because that's who we are. We are connected universally. Yeah. So take the please resonates, leave the rest. If it don't resonate, don't take it. Please don't try to squeeze your foot in a size that you don't fit. Thank you. Native American wisdom out here. Oh, of some evil. Native American wisdom of evil. Wow. All right, let's get to it, because this one's for you. Yeah. I hope somebody's in active addiction. I hope your day was well. I hope you did something nice for you today. I hope you gave yourself at least 2 minutes out of every hour. Don't forget to include the Olorun into all your endeavors. All right, we got two. Incarnational, sacramental, and peace. All right. So, sacramental life, the divine manifest in everyday life. Peace. And be faithful doing it. Okay? Don't give up. You be faithful to your higher self. Your higher self will show up for you like, it's like that, y'all. Yeah. Shine bright like a candle. Yeah, shine bright like a candle. We all have choices. You chose to shine bright like a candle. Yeah. This incarnational, sacramental life, full of peace. Clarify this, Holy Spirit. Somebody wants you to believe that you're not rare and free. Somebody is having a moments of regret, I guess, about the way they treated this incarnational being that brings peace. I guess they had a waking moment. Yeah. They had a waking moment that this incarnational being did not forget who they were. Because this incarnational being is rare and free. You take a booty bath. Yeah, this anti-hero is aware of something. They are aware of the creator's works through this incarnational being. All right, well, this one's for you. Wake up call. You woke up a little bit too late. Yeah. You got to acknowledge of being Yeah. Clarify this. Wake up. Thoughtful and polite and good mannered persons. This person that brings peace is a good mannered person. And this person that's regretting of mistreating this person is having a moment of regret and they've been awakened. Yeah. They in a nightmare. Clarify this, courtesy. Death rites. They did a death ritual on somebody who was thoughtful and polite, who is an incarnational being. Yeah. So that's what they did. So they having a moment of regret for that. Yeah, they want compassion. This person want compassion. The person that do rituals on them. Yeah, they want to come back. Yeah, straight shots and then pop bottles. Fuck with the hood rats, then pop models. This one is for you. The one that wanted to do the evil stuff to the chosen one. No, because you got a broken confidence. But you need to remember that you're the reason for your own misfortunes. Yeah, since you wanted to hunt down a person, like it wasn't like it wasn't okay for this person to be alive. Clarify this. Moments of regret. Clarify this. Moments of regret. Yeah, so they regret because they targeted a sacred feminine, a divine feminine, an incarnational being. From sitting on the jet. They in a moments of regret because they targeted a divine, a sacred feminine, an incarnated sacramental life, divine manifested in everyday life. Clarify this. Wake up. Yeah, 5 of Wands. It's your moment. Yeah. So they in conflict because it's their moment. They've been awakened that it's their moment. So they're in conflict because of the things that they did to this divine sacred being. Clarify this, courtesy. Thoughtful, polite, and good manner. They sent death rights to somebody, yeah. But this person that's thoughtful, this sacred, this incarnated sacred feminine is a thoughtful and good manner that's protected being, right? But these people are in conflict because they sent death rituals to this sacred feminine. Just by that lets you know that this person didn't do anything to them. They're a sacred feminine. Uptown. Clarify this death rights. Saying goodbye, formal occasion, honor lives. Yeah, 7 of Cups. Yeah, it's an opportunity. Yeah, they took every opportunity they can to send death rituals after this sacred feminine. Pour straight shots and then pop bottles. Fuck with the hood rats, then pop models. Yeah, for their wish fulfillment. For their wish fulfillment. Okay, clarify this sacred feminine. Okay, so they in the moments of regret for working together and using all their might to call the tower to this sacred feminine. So that's why they're in conflict. Mm-hmm. They having a moments of regret of trying to cause the sacred feminine to tower. But her strength and collaboration with spirit got them caught up. Yeah. So clarify this 5 of Wands. They having a wake up. It's their moment because they in conflict. Yeah. Yeah. They in conflict because they wanted to they use all their power and all their strength to cause this sacred feminine towers in their foundations. So they're in conflict about their foundations. Papa. Papa. Eat. Yeah. For tangibles, for material. So they was jealous of the sacred feminine. But guess what? Who cares? This one's for you. You got a wake up call. Clarify this 7 of Wands. Didn't say I couldn't laugh at you. You gave you sold your soul before it even left your body. Yeah. Moving forward. This courtesy, thoughtful, polite, and good mannered sacred feminine is protected moving forward. Everything is protected. All the forward movement for her. Yeah, because she a Queen of Swords. Yeah. Who spreads the message of love in all partnerships. Yeah. Clarify this 7 of Cups. Yeah. You try to cast illusions over the Queen of Swords. I mean, the Queen of Wands. You try to cast illusions over. You was throwing death rituals over the sacred feminine, who is the Queen of Wands as well. But that's a no-no, Spirit said. And I'm a wax that. Yeah. 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 The Magician, the King of Pentacles. Yeah, you was throwing magic to cast illusion, but you in regret because you didn't know that this sacred feminine was protected by spirit. Because you wanted to play in magic, spirit, right? Well, you found out your shit wasn't real. You better put that book down and go pick up the real book. Clarify this tower. The sacred feminine in this tower. Sexy. Yeah, to bring balance. To bring balance. But y'all did it to cause the sacred feminine imbalance. That's why y'all in a moments of regret. That's why y'all in a moments of regret. Yeah. Bad investments. 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Coins. Bad investments. Clarify this 5 of Wands and this 4 of Wands. Yeah. That's 9 Wands. That sounds like a trap. Yeah. For y'all's past actions. 6 of Cups. For y'all's past action. Yeah. Yeah. You thought you was doing great in your past, right? Looked like you was doing great, but you ruined it for coming after a chosen one. Verify the 7 of Wands and the 8, the 7 of Wands and the 8 of Wands for this. Yes, the Hermit, the one that got plans, the ones that got foresight. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The future overseas, the foreseeable future. Yeah. Solitude, protected energy. That's what that is. 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands, the Hermit, protected energy. 3 of Wands, protected. All that's protected. Even the third eye is protected. Yeah. We made history. Clarify this 7 of Cups and this Queen of Wands. I got him. This king of Coins, this King of Pentacles has clarity about the illusions that they were trying to throw over this sacred feminine. has clarity. The Ace of Wands and the Nurturer of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Nurturer of Wands, they have clarity. They have truth and clarity about what this person was doing to this sacred feminine through the death rituals. Yeah, they did it to, yeah, Queen of Swords, the sacred feminine. The divine feminine is all four queens. Clarify this. Two of coins in reverse and the Tower. Yeah, Two of Swords in reverse. Yeah, they could not cause delays by trying to cause imbalances. They in moments of regret. They should have listened. It's too late to tell somebody something now. Clarify this. Four of Wands and the Six of Cups. It's too late. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles, foresight. Yeah. So when y'all pay for work overseas, Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, y'all pay for overseas work. That's what y'all did in the past. Yeah, that's why y'all having a moment of regret, because y'all did that to a divine feminine, incarnational being that's right here on earth right now. That's living and breathing right now. Y'all did this to that. Y'all cooked. Yeah, y'all should be sitting like this. Y'all should be sitting like this. You see that cup in the air? That's a fantasy. Y'all should be sitting right here. Y'all should be at somebody's nut house. And let me tell you something. I know. You know, some people can't even get into the mental institute because they so fucked up. You know what I'm saying? They're just going to send them straight to prison and put them in isolation. Some people can't even get to the mental institute. These people ain't going to be able to get to the mental institute. Clarify the Hermit and the Eight of Wands. Who's going to know about me? Bitch, I'm for sure with it. Yeah, the Devil, Four Cups. So, this is what y'all wanted to do to this one that's protected, right? Y'all wanted to isolate them, to sick the devil on them and have them fucked up, right? Not knowing that this being is sacred. They a healer. They bounce back. They cuts close up in front of people. You want to take somebody's divinity. Clarify this Nurturer of Wands and this Ace of Swords. Yeah, it's clarity. It's clarity. Yeah, yeah. Reciprocity for this King of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah. It's clarity. King of Pentacles in the reverse, that's immaturity. That's arrogance. That's insecurity. That's not integrity. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Yeah. And by these people getting caught by spirit, because they wanted to play in spirit, they wanted to do spiritual impartation. So since they wanted to do that to God's people, a spiritual being caught them. And that gave it all the rights and heavenly law so they could execute them. Yeah, and that's to bring peace and balance. 1850. Yeah. It's changing work. It's changing work about them false documents that y'all did on this sacred feminine. Yeah, this karmic film has been a change. You about to have to go to jail. Yeah. Yeah. You found out through divination that you're not protected. You found out through divination that you're losing everything. You found out through divination everything that you did, so it got you shook too. Got you shook that way. You still out there spreading lies on that sacred feminine, but the practitioners got smart. Yeah. Yeah. Don't start no shit. It won't be no shit. Verify this King of Pentacles reverse. This King of Pentacles, it's clarity about this King of Pentacles that was doing death rituals to cast solutions over this Queen of Wands, right? And remember, we just seen the Six of Pentacles of imprisonment of false documents. Now, remember, the King of Pentacles is a broke motherfucker. Yeah. King of Pentacles in the reverse. That's a broke motherfucker. You shouldn't have been around that motherfucker anyway. They lost their gifts for trying to be cool, for trying to fit in. They lost their jobs. They lost their place of business for running with a bum. And that's karma. That is karma. Payback, revenge. Clarify this King of Pentacles reverse. Divine Masculine in the reverse. It's karmic. Clarify this Ace of Swords. Divination reverse. Clarify the Eight of Wands. That this person is not jealous and that the false documents didn't stick. We're going to do that again. Eight of Wands. Unexpected money by this twin flame. Yeah. That's what you wanted. You wanted to isolate so you could drain them for their energy. Clarify the Hermit. This Ice Queen. Yeah. You're scared now. You're concerned. You're concerned. Yeah. You're concerned. Yeah. Queen of Swords reverse. You a bitch. You a jealous bitch. Yeah. You should be concerned. So again, for theft. But it's not the typical theft that we're thinking about. These people try to take someone's soul. Death. They tried to take somebody's soul. So these people thought they were God at some point in their life. They wanted to do spiritual impartation. They wanted to do destiny swap. Again, God said, I am. And you got the nerves to be concerned? What happened to that God complex, player? I'm gonna need you to grab that back. Clarify this ace of cups. Yeah. To that union. Yeah. Yeah. You tried to block the love in the union in the past. Clarify the Six of Cups. Y'all ended. But y'all tried to end things for this thoughtful and polite persons. You tried to, it's clearly through divination. It's clear through divination. Clarify the Two of Swords reverse. You couldn't delay the high honors on no realm, spiritual or earthly. You couldn't do it. You couldn't delay the high honor. Two of Pentacles reverse. You try to knock the gifts off to bring imbalances to the spiritual gifts so you can attack their high honor. That's what you did. And that's why God like, oh, really? Okay. You can't use divination. You're not getting no messages through the cards. They're not giving these people no messages through the cards, through their intellect, through signs and synchronicity. These people are out here. I want to say the Two of Swords card in the Hoodoo deck, Hoodoo Tarot deck, Ancestors Hoodoo Tarot deck. That's what these people look like. Clarify this gift reverse. Child. Let's see what this child talking about. It's under the sacred feminine, who's not off balance. Clarify the high honor. Yeah. Yeah. You wanted to take this child out. You wanted to block the spirit, the gifts of the sacred feminine. You wanted to take their gifts and end them. Cause them towers to end them. You wanted to catch them off guard, but you didn't do that. They were ready. Or for lies. So, well, y'all got this one's for you because guess what? This is the truth. This ain't based off lies. Y'all consequences is based off truth. Y'all did that based off of lies because y'all didn't love yourself. And that sounds like a personal problem to every last one of y'all. All the way up to all of y'all. Everybody there. Everybody there. Family included. Their family, this family. It don't matter. Anybody that was involved. Clarify this commitment. Yeah. You mad about the relationships with the ancestors. That they heal through their faith. That you can't achieve to abuse them. You mad that they're protected. What you mad for? Because again, there you go with that God complex. Yeah. Do us a favor and go wash your hair. Yeah. Go wash your hair. But it's okay. You don't need to wash your hair. You don't need to wash your hair. Because see, nothing will ever be clean for you. Your ancestors is pissed though. Your ancestors is pissed. Because you don't love yourself and you don't get them respect. You abuse them. Clarify this ice cream reverse. In this house, in this organization, in this place of business, in this low-income apartment, in this regular paid rent place, whatever, somebody's foundation is full of bitches that's not protected. These backfires is tearing up because they came after a sacred feminine who was thoughtful, courteous, and polite. This person don't do this just on Sunday. They walk in the upright every day. So this is to bring peace to the situation. Lights out. That's what you meditate and tell the OLORUNS what you want. And your manifestations will be within reach. Yeah, unexpected money. This house was expecting that because they paid for this spell work. They was expecting that the divination be blocked and the divine masculine be gone. They was expecting, and it's clear. It's clear that they wanted that. And that's why the truth came out anyway. Clarify divination reverse. Yeah. Yeah. Because the divination ain't what gets up the message. It's the manifestations and the protection. That's what you was manifesting. That the divination wasn't gonna that the divination wasn't true. No. Let me tell you something. It could be perceived as. It's all about how you use it. Now, why would that be the first thing you say if you're not doing it nefariously? See, because he who throw the first stone, you better make sure that your slate clean, player. And that's on God. From the mouth of God. So, you got to be faithful. So, clarify divine masculine in reverse. This King of Pentacles that's in the reverse, they clearly see that they're under an illusion and that death is coming to them. They know. This King of Pentacles reverse and this leader. Yeah, since you in this organization, you want to block somebody, you want to block. Spirit said I could say it. So again, you knew this was a sacred feminine. Why did you think you could take their gifts? What you think you was going to do with them? Wasn't going to do shit but catch a body. Wasn't going to do shit but catch a body. And the way you going, we all know that you worthless. You don't have no support system. What you think your commissary gonna look like? Nothing. Right? Yeah. Rich guy headed for destruction because you wanted to fall it. You own a business. This the part that blows me. You own a business, but you went after somebody who a bum. You went after a bum and did this shit with a bum to try to take somebody that was up and becoming out. No confidence. Low confidence, whatever the fuck I say. Broken confidence. Clarify this destruction. Yeah. You in destruction because of your bad investments. All my diamonds Caucasian. Clarify this destruction. Spirit up. Spirit tearing their asses up. Spirit tearing their asses up, boy. Destruction. Investigation. Responsibility. Methodical. Slow pace. I took my time. Type shit. That's what this is. This say I took my time all over it. I grinded. I sat back and watched something. That's why you headed for destruction, because you sat back and watched somebody be hurt and abused spiritually. You knew they was lying about whatever, right? The high priestess, something back. Oh, hold on. This high priestess invested in this with prayer and meditation. Yeah. You didn't know that? That's why you were saying, oh, doing cards shouldn't be. Let me tell you something. You can't stop the way nobody communicate with the OLORUNS, yo. You only crying because you want to be slick. You can't be slick with people that can see in the dark. You know, every time people go out there and do shit under the moonlight, you're doing it in the universe. And the people that's connected to the universe, we're going to see it. Clarify manifestation. Yeah, you was praying for, you was praying for the divination. The person not read. It's clear that you was doing illusions for definitely. And that's not how it goes. Clarify manifestation. Yeah. Resilience in reverse. You weak. You weak. This was weak. This was very weak. You ain't got a backbone in no body part of your body. You weak. You are the bloody catfish. The bloody catfish. Imitation. I wouldn't even label you imitation crab meat, because that meat is a luxury. Some people can't afford it, but I want to know why. Then you have fun doing this shit. Don't listen. Put that cape on. I'm the man. Chris Brown and 50 Cent made a song just for you. Just for you. This one is just for you. Yeah. I'm not like fucked up. You got to be shitting me. You want all this shit for the next motherfucker. You was doing energy work to get somebody like that. But see, this person didn't do energy work. They led the situation with peace, with ease. They left with peace and ease. But you did this to an incarnational. And y'all knew it by this person's actions. This one's for you. Cut the check. Cut the check. Yeah, cut the check. Clarify expectation. God bless us all, baby. Yeah. Yeah. You was expecting for things to slow down. You wanted them to come back. You wanted them to make a U-turn after they walked away. Now, why would they come back after they've been hurt and abused? That it don't make no sense. So we really don't care at this point, because see, Spirit gave you enough time. It's called divine timing. While you thought this person was suffering, they still got up and went to work every day. They were still eating lobster when they wanted to. You didn't stop anything. You stopped it for you. So again, it tells us in the Word, in the Old Testament and the New Testament, your thoughts, what's in your heart is what your spirit is a reflection of. So God bless you. Look, God didn't say I couldn't laugh at you. Because when you dropped your cross, when you thought you was coming after the divine feminine or the divine masculine, you dropped your cross. And you thought you broke them down, but they picked up your cross. You been gave your energy away. You are wasted. You're worthless to yourself. And you proved it to the world. You in danger. Clarify this house. Yeah. You didn't want the star to walk away. You wanted to trap the star. You wanted to trap the divine being. You wanted to trap. So again, it takes me back to this motherfucker that want to wear God's hat. But we brought justice. Because we wear God's hat. Because we are his incarnation beings. And you want to block whose air communication? I'm going to need you to go pick up a sword and build you a resume. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. And that's why you are beloved. That's why you are beloved. That's why you are beloved, yo. That's right. That's right. That's right. I try everything. It's kind of a soldier. That's right. That's right. Go within. You got to go inside to see consciousness. Christ consciousness. It's not no man coming out the sky. He's in you. Clarify this relationship. You trying to ruin you thought you was inspiring relationship though. This couple is a power couple. And you was inspired. You was excited to trap the star. So not only that, but you didn't care about hurting everybody. She did not believe so. No. And guess what? That's why we living in the moment. Because they don't believe so. Because they ain't got no hope. They worthless. They worthless. Clarify this self-love in the reverse. You wanted to end somebody's self-love. It's King of Swords. It's authority figure. Was excited and inspired by the star. So you wanted to block them in their forward movement in their lives. Clarify this transition. Yeah, you had a stalemate. You've been delayed. Yeah. The high priestess did that. The high priest, hold on. Let me show you who the high priestess collaborated with, though. You ready? You ready? You ready to see who the high priestess collaborated with, right? Yeah. Yeah, she went within. She called the Goon Squad. You see that? She called the Goon Squad. She went within. Yeah, you didn't see that. You had a stalemate. You've been delayed. Towers is here. Because the high priestess collaborated with the air spirits. Went within. Talk to me. That's a Gemini. That's air sign. Air spirit. Went within with spirit. Yeah. God said he don't care how you get to him. Get your ass there. Clarify this transition. Yeah. Yeah. You want to end their high honor and bring them burdens. An authority figure. Again, you own your own place of business and you rode with a bomb. There was nothing worthy about you in the beginning. You always had a poverty mindset, yo. Clarify this, child. You want to take the gifts from the innocent. From the innocent. You harvest children's. You harvest off of children. So you do things to kids. That's right. 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 You try to take the energy. You tried to block the energy, the gifts of this innocent one to betray the investments of the. You betrayed and invested in this Queen of Swords innocence to block her gifts, yo. You're welcome. Yeah, so it's cool. Clarify this child. The Earth Angel, man. The Earth Angel. Celebrated this victory. We've been celebrated the victory, baby. You tried to but listen. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you an example. You going through something, right? I'm gonna give you an example. And you going through something, and then you think of your favorite scripture, and then you keep thinking about your favorite scripture, and then next thing you know, you don't got hard feelings about it no more, right? And then you look at the news, and then you see the same motherfucker that hurt you or did you the most. They going to jail for PDF, tax stuff. Oh, God hit them hard. Or say, for instance, you hear a song that you ain't heard in a long time. Think about how before you heard that song in your head. And think message together. Think about who liked the song, who didn't like. Think about all that. You'll get your messages. Clarify this temperance. Yeah. You tried to block the spiritual gifts from this innocent one, the Earth Angel. They collaborated. Once they caught wind of it. Once they caught wind of the burdens. And not only that, but it ain't like nobody will tell you. Sometimes people will tell you, this person felt it. This person felt it because they so close to spirit. This person felt the intruders. A couple days ago, I heard a shitload of horses. I live in a city. Clarify the 10 of Wands. Yeah. You wanted to burden this person by illusions, and that's how you wanted to defeat them, right? Yeah. You wanted to catch them off guard, to delay them. But it's the opposite way. Right? Right? The illusions defeated you, and you wasn't expecting that. Yeah. So, don't forget that you had fun doing this. That's why it's okay that I make fun. Yeah. Deceitfully. Trying to hide your lies. You want to bring somebody endings to their self-love because you're deceitful. Again, you the one with broken confidence. Like Beyonce said, you got a big ego, but you ain't got enough brain to fit the ego. Have mercy on many men. Yeah. This Queen of Pentacles sought clarity of what happened to her pentacles, how she ended up here. This Queen of Pentacles sought clarity, sought truth and clarity about where in the fuck the money was at. So found out Literally, y'all left trails. Found out that you was paying to bind them because you was breadcrumbing them in the past. You owe them money. You owe money. Run the check. Run that check. Verify this page of 1's. Yeah. That was stupid. That was very stupid. You collaborated the class illusions of deceit. That was very stupid. Especially when it came to an incarnated being of the divine feminine. Who cares if you learned your lesson now? Who cares? Go do your time. Cut that check. Clarify the store. Cut that check, baby. Cut that check. Cut that check. Cut that check. Cut that check. Yeah, this was a bad offer. Yeah, that was infantile. The pages is energy. Anyway, so for one, that energy is haunted because it's upside down, and it was a bad John. It was dirty money. So again, this one that stole from they're protected. Everything is protected about them. Couldn't put them in isolation. Couldn't make them a bitch. Couldn't affect their money. Couldn't affect their stability. You was expecting for a motherfucker to come back for what? For what? Why? Oh, I get it. You notice you fucked up when you ran out of coffee. Your ass start having caffeine headaches, right? It's been like 4 years now. You still on this? Okay. Had to throw your ass in the sea of fire. Again, you still ain't gonna have no money in your commissary. Because nobody fuck with your ass. Yeah. Yeah. You want the motherfucker to come back so you can celebrate. Yeah, that was stupid. Yeah. Now y'all know well enough is going. And this is another thing. Y'all treat somebody bad and then they decide to move around and start building their life. And then you start going behind the scenes, either paying for spell work or learning how to do it off of however you learn how to do it, wherever you learn how to do it from, with hopes to bring this person back. With hopes to bring this person back for what? You ain't think about what they would do to you if they did decide to come back. You didn't think about that? Clarify the 9 of Wands in reverse. You're not protected. You're trapped. Yeah, you lost the fight that you wanted to start. Remember, you wanted to win at all costs? Well, now you lose at every cost. You lost at every cost. You wanted to win at all costs? Now you're losing at every cost. You understand? Your ass gonna be outside because that's what you want for a divine being. You ain't gonna have shit. Nobody gonna fuck with you. You losing your partnerships. You losing your money. Your kids ain't gonna fuck with you. It's just that. Like you lost. Because you wanted to win at all costs? Well, you fucked around and found out. Yeah, incarnational, sacramental life in a divine manifested in everyday life. You understand that? So, yeah. Fuck the police. I'm calling God, bitch. Yeah. And that's just ice. That's just ice. But see, it ain't gonna be cold where you at. And guess what else? You know, when your manifestations are within reach, and you talk to God like, you know, like he God, like, right? You talk to God and you be like, God, I want him to perish forever. So what do you mean, baby? Well, if I gotta say so, when I want him to go to the mental institute for the first 11 years, mandatory medication, round the clock, every 2 hours, 6 hours, however they gotta get it. Then I want him to go to prison. How long, baby? Life? Mandatory medication take? You gotta be cuckoo to think you could impartate spirit. You need to take that hat off, player. The Knight of Pentacles. Take that hat off, because you ain't God. You was a creating of the likening of his image. Yeah. The devil lost when it came to this divine being. Yeah! The devil lost. You weak. You started the fight. That's just like when I was in middle school. It took me back to like the 7th grade, and I'm old. It took me back to the 7th grade where it'd be on Tuesday and they be putting fights on delivery for Friday. Bitch, we gonna get suspended on Friday anyway. Fuck it. Let's go now. Fuck Friday. Yeah. Got this devil got defeated by who? The Empress. The Empress. This sacred being. Yeah. Divine feminine running it. Yeah. Ain't nobody about to bully the divine feminines no more. The divine masculine, but especially the feminine. Yeah. Close the cycle on all those partnerships of the past. Yeah. This Queen of Wands, she saw it because Spirit look at her like she a miser. Queen of Wands, cycle close on them partnerships. Empress did it. Yeah. These misers at this organization is under judgment. Yeah. For the sacrifices that they made for a wish fulfillment to harvest off of the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords. Okay. The Queen of Swords. They want to fuck with the Queen of Swords. All right. To betray them after they moved on to common waters. And they were seeking judgment for not being loving. They was trying to love, they was trying to cast judgment on somebody, but they didn't provide the right evidence. Like they was lying. They wasn't being truthful. They wasn't loving. It wasn't an authentic judgment call. It was all fake. As if they wasn't painting the roses red. Yeah, you put up a good fight. Sat behind the scenes and watched it. Sat behind the scenes and watched it. Sat behind the scenes and watched it. You understand? Bought 2 or 3 decks of cards every week. You understand? Because this is one way I communicate with the OLORUNS. So I had to see what was going on. Yeah. So we about to use the Osho, and then we're going to bang out. We're going to bang out. We're going to use the Osho, and then we're going to bang out. So, celebrating today because, well, for one, OLORUNS told me take 24 hours to myself. So I did. Then today, these people tried to block my forward movement in my profession. But I got my position back today for the government. I've been working the whole time. These people been doing this to me to cause me blockages in every way. And then November the 17th, I told my supervisor, I don't give a fuck about working at the jail no more. I need to go handle what this spiritual business is between me and the OLORUNS. In November, I had a dream that I was giving birth, but I went to heaven and I gave birth. November already passed this shit. 3 months ago. It's time. Clarify this, devil. Politics in reverse. Politics, that's down here. That's the law. Yeah. Crooked. Politics in the reverse. Yeah. We work for the local government. Yeah. They're facing heavy consequences for their creativity, their creative idea. Clarify this 5 of Swords reverse. Yeah. These mortals that's in the reverse. Mm-hmm. They came after an incarnated. They came after an immortal. You cannot stone somebody because they have gifts. Verify there's 3 of Cups. You too, my baby. Yeah, so again, remember I said spiritual impartation. They wanted to integrate. Yeah, we have to transmute it. That's right. We have to transmute it. And how we transmute it is we take that pain and we turn it into power by putting it in a different direction. So a lot of your shadow work, you will have to do a lot of transmuting from up here. So what I did was when these feelings came, I grabbed my sword and I just started cleaning up my house every time. But I use bleach, right? But the stuff that I make for my spiritual bath, I also clean my house with that too. That's the secret. Clarify this Page of Pentacles reverse. Yeah. Intensity in reverse. Yeah. That went back because they wanted to sacrifice the star. That went back. And that was stupid. Full reverse. That was real stupid. Yeah. Yeah. They couldn't do this to an innocent one who completed and who was happy. Celebration, completion, innocence, and they feel guilty. Why? They feel guilty because they lost their divinity, yo. Again, they knew. All these people was very close. I'm talking about like freaking frack poop on toilet paper thick. Like you in the bathroom and then you called the person up to the bathroom to talk to you. That's how close these people were. Clarify the full reverse. Yeah. They aware now. After they got served. Today. They got notification. Today. Between 10 and 2. Clarify the 7 of Swords. Yeah. Yeah. You wanted to deceive all your possibilities. All of your obstacles. You wanted to deceive all the crooked things that you was doing in secrecy. This is the sunset. I believe that's an owl up there. Hold on. An eagle. So you was like a vulture. The possibility to be a vulture. You wanted to take something out by deceiving it. But spirit ain't playing with you. You are the law. Only because it didn't work. Only because they didn't work. And that's why we got to stay away. Stay away, keep our vibration high. Because, they thought they was smart to try to play with the mind. But the mind is a terrible thing to waste, and they wasted theirs before they even start acting on this play. Clarify this 7 of Cups. Yeah. They got a new vision about those illusions. They see that this new vision that somebody is cuckoo, schizophrenia. Yeah. But with schizophrenia, so a mental illness could mimic spirituality. So if you got mental illness, try God first. Try going outside to sit in the sun first. Try doing things that'll help clear your path before you start taking medication. Because that actually blocks your third eye. It suppresses it. Clarify the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah. Past life. In the past lives, motherfuckers were stupid when they was carrying them towers. They didn't turn in, and they was immature. These people from the past. When you say past, you talking about what you used to do in your past. That's your past life. So a lot of people don't make it out of their past life and walk into the new life. And that's what a lot of these people was angry about, is because this sacred feminine always knew her worth, and she already surpassed this and she got her life together and turned back to the OLORUNS. Do we have? Yeah. She followed her inner voice in the present existence. Inner voice existence in the present. Okay. Serendipity. Took a leap of faith. All right. In the present. Pick your sword up. Well, that's all I got because I ain't got no more oracle cards down here. So, I might be back tonight. I'm gonna try to come back tonight. All right. So until next time, pick up your sword, take care of your spirit. Ashe, and I love y'all.